Hello and welcome to The Human Now, where we are discussing ideas around what it means to be in this state of time. My name is Akash, and today I'm joined by Minish, Curry, and Perry. How's everyone doing?
Good.
Everyone feeling good?
I feel excited because our first podcast is officially out into the world.
That's right. So
launched today.
Yeah, whoever's watching, we just released it on, like Perry said, officially. So on YouTube, Facebook, Anchor with the podcast, the live audio, or not live audio, sorry, but the audio is playing. So it's all go from here.
There's no turning back. How do you feel, Minish? New mics?
Yeah, very
So
nice. Love it.
First time.
I love it. Loving the look of it. Loving the look of the place.
Yep.
Very nice.
Nice. So you wore some shoes that are not dirty.
Awesome shoes. Some non-dirty shoes.
Any socks?
New.
That's
Okay, we're not
what
here to discuss. We're not here to discuss this, alright?
All right.
All right, let's get into it. So today, I forgot my iPad, so I got on the phone. But today we're discussing confidence and arrogance. So where do you draw the line? What's the difference between the two? Situations or examples where you can be confident or arrogant, when it's okay to be confident or arrogant, and when it's not to be. Is that all good?
Do we have a choice?
Hmm?
Do we have a choice?
On what?
If it's all good.
not or not?
Yeah, up to you.
What was the first question?
First question. Man. I think we should talk about the difference between what the difference is between confidence and arrogance. And then talk about the situations or examples of those confidence and arrogance, and then where we can draw that line.
So difference between confidence and arrogance.
Yeah.
Carrie?
What do you think?
You go.
No, you go. It's alright.
Oh, right. I think that arrogance is more of an outward thing and confidence is like an inward thing.
Boom. Done.
Deep.
But like,
Thank you very much for tuning in.
but like, I was reading, I don't know where I was reading, but it just came up and it fitted with this quite nicely, is that arrogance requires advertising and confidence doesn't.
Nice.
So I thought that fit quite well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Perry.
Yeah. Same.
I think one thing I sort of thought about when you posted the topic is that there's a level of confidence and arrogance that we're probably going to talk about, which is what other people perceive as confidence and arrogance, right? And I feel like that's not the conversation we should be having. It's not about what other people perceive as what's confident and what's arrogant. It's what we perceive as being confident and arrogant.
What do you mean? Can you explain?
So
Then what do
there's
you
a lot
perceive?
there's a lot of confidence out in the world. And I can't think of an example right now, but there'll be a lot of people that we perceive as being arrogant, but in reality it is just confidence, right? So that's not the debate that we should be having. It's not about what I think your confidence is and your arrogance is. It's what you think your confidence. It's when is it okay for you to be
right.
and yeah. So I don't know. The first question is what is the difference between confidence and arrogance? So
what is your answer?
Can I come back to me? No? Okay.
No, I get what you mean, but
Yeah,
I
okay,
don't understand. I don't understand how it would be different. When looking at someone else is just your perception of.
What confidence and arrogance is?
Yeah, so isn't that what you think confidence and arrogance is anyway?
That's what you think what confidence and arrogance is, right?
Yeah.
But what he's saying is you don't know what the other person is,
What they actually
are.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yep. What? Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
But he wants to have a discussion more about the self.
Yeah. What the difference is between what you perceive as,
Confident.
as confidence and arrogance. So yeah. Okay. So the difference between confidence and arrogance. The question.
It's all right, man. We got there.
I don't understand what's happening.
He's explaining.
Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah,
what's,
go,
what's
go,
the
just go,
difference?
just
So,
go.
okay, so back to what's the difference between confidence and arrogance? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think confidence is a level of like I feel like internally you know when like confidence is what you know versus maybe arrogance is what you think you know.
Right.
Yeah. So confidence is like, you know, when you're confident you just know. Whereas when you're being arrogant, I feel like you think you know, you're not confident. But yeah, you think you know, and that's why you sort of have those arrogant characteristics.
What she said.
Yeah.
What did Curry say again?
Curry said, well, what I remember Curry saying is that when you're confident, you don't need to go out and broadcast it, right? So
Yep.
you're like,
Yeah.
your inner confidence is like, I know this. I don't need. I
Yep.
don't. It doesn't bother me whether this person thinks I know it or not.
Yep.
Whereas when you're arrogant, and then you start to. What did you say arrogance was? When you think you
know.
think you know.
Yep.
And when you think you know something and you're not too sure, then you start to like compensate and say,
But
You
can you
advertise.
be confident and advertise? As in like not
think so.
advertise but be loud about the confidence.
I think you definitely can.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's not just a internal thing. It is there's a you know,
Yeah.
there is that whole you're out there and
Mhm.
confident,
Yeah.
or you're out there and being arrogant as well, right?
Yeah. But I think there's a
Yes.
fine
Yeah,
line
yeah, yeah.
between the two. But I feel like it's a very fine line.
Yeah. So well, the question, the
Yeah.
question is obviously what's the difference, or
Yeah.
how do we define when it is confidence and when it's arrogance?
Right. So how do we
I don't know.
define that? How do we define that for someone else? We can only do that for ourselves, right? How do we know
Yep.
what someone else is feeling or thinking?
No, but the surely the definition of what confidence is and what arrogance is at a, I guess, base level is fairly can be defined.
Mm-hmm. No, but you're saying you can be confident and be broadcasting it,
Yeah.
and not confident or arrogant and broadcasting it as well, right?
Yes.
That's what you said.
Yep.
So how are we to look at someone else and say,
It's not about what we see of other people, though, right?
yeah? So then why are we having this discussion?
Well, we still want to discuss what the difference is between confidence and arrogance.
So what is the difference
I
between
don't know.
confidence? Oh, right.
That's what we're here to discuss.
You're looking up definitions.
Google doesn't even help. Okay, arrogance, right? And the Google definition is the quality of being arrogant.
Hey Siri, define confidence.
The feeling or belief that one can have faith in or rely on someone or something. Do you want to hear the remaining one?
Yes.
The telling of private matters or secrets with mutual trust.
That one probably doesn't fit as much. And then we do. Hey Siri, define arrogance.
It's going to be the same thing.
Arrogance means the quality of being arrogant.
Fine, arrogant.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Thanks, Siri.
Hey Siri, define arrogant.
Arrogant means having or revealing an exaggerated sense of one's own importance or abilities.
Exaggeration of
Having or revealing an exaggerated sense of one's own importance or abilities.
So advertising it.
exaggerated.
Exaggerated.
Yeah.
I think it's what he said. Arrogance is when you think you are or you know more than you actually do, and then putting that out there. Where confidence is you know what you know, and so then you know when to draw the line, or when you should. Does that make sense?
But what I'm saying is that even if you are confident, do you always need to take a step back and be like, no, I don't need to advertise it, or I don't need to,
No, not necessarily.
showcase it.
I think it's in the way you deliver what you're saying as
Mhm.
well. I think that adds a huge factor to whether it becomes confident or arrogant.
Yeah.
Like I feel like if you're like bragging about it and you're like, I know this, like,
Yep.
then it becomes more arrogance. Whereas if you're like trying to,
Teach.
yeah,
Or
or like trying to help almost,
Yep.
then I feel like it's more confidence. I don't know if help's the right word, but
I
like
feel
something
like
along
okay,
that
so I
line.
feel like we're not going to be able to know for someone else, but
Yep.
for ourselves, I reckon if you're confident and you put something out there, then what someone says to you in response to whatever it is wouldn't affect you because you know in yourself that you have the ability to do X, Y, and Z.
Yep.
Right. Whereas if you're arrogant and therefore you're exaggerating your ability or whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
then you'll be easily hurt by.
Yeah.
But again, that's only something you can know for yourself. You're not gonna.
Mm.
Can you just repeat that again?
So I said if you're confident in something and then you go out and advertise it, right? I'm great at maths, and then someone else is gonna come to you like, no, you're not. You're useless. Whatever. That's not gonna affect you. It's not gonna hurt you because you internally know. You're internally confident of your own abilities. Whereas if someone, if you're arrogant and you're exaggerating what you think you know, and someone challenges that, then that's going to hurt your ego.
Yeah, that's right.
So again, it's only something you know for yourself. But even before that, you know whether you're being confident and arrogant, right?
How?
Just because if you're arrogant, you just be like it said, you're exaggerating
Cocky.
and cocky and trying to cover up or compensate for something.
Mm-hmm.
What were your other questions?
Where do you draw the line, or even situations and examples where it might be alright, where it's okay to be confident or arrogant? Do you guys think it's okay to be arrogant, or there are times when it's okay to be arrogant?
Kanye West, confident or arrogant?
Confident.
He's confident.
Confident.
Confident. I'd say arrogant just to be different. Who else?
But do you actually think he's confident or arrogant?
I think he's.
Like, not
I
just to
think
be
he's
different.
both. I think he's both. I think he sort of goes in and out. Like I know we're going to talk about it in a future podcast, but like there's ideas and there's things that he's tweeted about and said that he has no idea about because there's been people who have like challenged his thought or asked him about something later on. He's like, I had no idea that existed. So in that sense, he's arrogant because he thinks he's the voice of this generation or whatever it is. And in that sense, he's arrogant. But he is confident in his music and his fashion and everything else that he does. I feel like when he's educated and he knows what he's talking about, he's extremely confident. He's able to, and in that sense, he can communicate or articulate their message better.
Yep.
When he's arrogant, he's just like he's out of control almost.
Going back to arrogance.
Yeah.
Do you guys think it's
Okay to be arrogant.
because it's got like quite a negative feel to it, you
Yeah.
know, when you talk about arrogance or arrogant people. Is there a situation when you can?
I don't think I've ever been in a situation where I felt like I've had to be arrogant. But there are situations where you sort of gotta believe in yourself
Yeah.
and just gotta make things happen, I guess. So does that
Then
qualify as arrogant?
is that
I
then
feel like
arrogant or
I
is
feel
that
like that would
confident?
I feel like that would be confidence.
Because it's nothing that I haven't proved anything at that point, but I know that I have the ability to do so. So like I don't have any hard evidence that I'm going to be able to achieve that. But there are times where I'm like, that's achievable, and we're going to make sure we can achieve it no matter what. Is that
But
arrogance?
that's confidence in your ability. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's
Not arrogance?
I don't think that's arrogant.
Okay. Then I don't think I've ever been in a situation where I've needed
Had to be arrogant. Yeah. No, I can't think of I can't think of an example where it's good to be arrogant or it's okay to be. Yeah. No.
Arrogance pisses me off.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I was
it
like,
really, really pisses me off. Like we play netball,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? And I'm just gonna call him out. There's right?
Oh, come on, man. Where is it?
Sorry. If you're listening or watching this,
Can you do it? Come on.
what am I doing?
Huh?
This
No,
one?
no, no, no.
This one.
Yeah. Oh!
Did you hear that? I gotta do it again for the mics. So drama alert. We need a siren or something. Yeah, so I'm gonna call him out. He's arrogant.
Right. Why?
And
I've never seen him play.
he's like, huh?
I don't think I've ever seen him play, but
well,
yeah.
Count yourself lucky.
You want to come on the podcast and
Bring it.
yourself, you're more
Bring
than
it.
welcome to.
Can you please share this podcast with your friends?
Like they mentioned me. Me.
So that what
was the
do you mean by that? Exaggerating his skill.
Yeah. Not a skill.
So
but
define
like
that in netball terms. Why do you think that he
in netball terms.
well, because that's the example that you're giving, right?
Yeah. What do you mean by netball?
He just
terms?
wants an
And he was like-
example of
Why
arrogant
why
and
do you
netball.
think he's
Yeah.
being arrogant?
like he's very physical when he shouldn't be.
Right.
And then he talks trash and he'll like make
Right,
comments and like talk to the ref and like question the ref. But it's like there's
Yep,
like
yep,
absolutely
yep.
no need for that, and it causes a negative on the whole team.
Right. If he
Yeah.
was a really, really good netball player
Mm-hmm.
and he was doing the same thing, would that be confidence or arrogance?
I'd still call that arrogance.
It's still called that
Yeah,
behavior.
even if
I
they
think
were a good
because
player.
of how he does it. It's not
Okay.
not so
Yeah.
much what he's doing. Like we all like sort of get competitive and
Yep.
whatnot,
Mm.
but it's how he's doing it.
It's like the delivery of what he's
Okay.
doing.
I think though also if it's confident, you'd know if you're in the wrong or you'd know
Right.
what was
You know
happening,
when to do
and
it.
you know
Like there's a certain amount of pushback that you can do. Like we
Yep.
all like get physical and
Yep.
can sort of throw in pitch with the other team,
Yep.
right? Or even the ref a little bit if you sort of have that
Yeah.
relationship.
Yeah.
But there's times where you just can't do it.
Right. So what did you just say?
in the context of netball, you know when you can.
Yep.
I
when
think
you
that's
know
when
you-
when it's confidence,
Right.
being able to know when you can and can't do certain things.
Okay.
And arrogance is when like when you just think you're right, you know,
Right.
and you're like, and then so in the
Yes.
situation of netballing, it just comes out as frustration and
Yes.
Right.
anger.
Because he is a good player and he can
Yeah,
be
yeah.
a good player, but
Yeah.
then that part of him takes over.
Yep.
And he's right off.
Okay.
Whereas if it was confidence and he knew what was happening and then he'd be
Yeah.
able to make a better judgment
Say
of
level-headed.
Right.
where it's like, oh, this was my mistake, or oh, the ref actually did this. But then also being able to read the game and knowing this is just what the ref is doing.
Yeah.
So
Not the time. or
why
the
should I
place.
even contest it? There's no point. You know what I mean?
So again, that goes back to understanding yourself, understanding the situation and all that sort of thing.
Yep.
And your ability.
So, yeah, I guess I'm trying to bring it back to, other situations where, like you said, it's the delivery or it's the way in which you do it. You can be out there and you can be confident.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you know your ability, you know when you're wrong, or you're very mindful of the surroundings and all that sort of stuff, and yourself, I guess, as well. But when you're arrogant, you sort of think you're right about everything. You're not taking any like, what are some of the examples that you used?
It's just out of control, or you're not in control.
Mm.
Confidence is in control. Arrogance is out of control.
Okay.
I'd say that's fair.
Yep.
I reckon when you're confident, you're sort of like you're like you have the ability to be calm.
Yep.
And to like walk into a room and if you're able to walk into a room and be able to like start calling the shots. No, I take that back. It's just like a level of calmness,
Right. Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Where you see things for what they are and and see people for who they are and all that sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
When you walk into a room. Whereas I believe when you're arrogant, then you're like, man, I got to one up this guy, I got to one up this guy.
Yeah.
Everything's like a competition. And instead of building people up when you're confident, or holding or talking to everyone with a level of respect, or like they're equals, you sort of start to bring everyone down so you can bring yourself up. I believe.
So do you feel like arrogance is more outcome based then?
Yeah, for sure, because it's based on how you want other people to see you, or how you want the outside world to see you, or outcome based. Yeah.
Sweet. Anything else anyone wants to add in relation to that?
What else do you? What other situations or circumstances have you seen the arrogance that you really don't like? And it can be about us, or it can be about anything.
He wants you to call him out.
No, please don't. You've probably got a list. You've known me long enough.
It was this time and this time.
Wow, when I first met you. And the reason I'm asking is when you gave the netball example, it was good to clarify, like, we use netball, and then we said, okay, based on that, we can sort of semi-apply it to other situations.
Situations.
Situations. Because I'm trying to think about the same thing. Is when do I find it frustrating knowing that somebody's being arrogant, right? Any examples, anybody? Any other examples?
I can't think of a specific example, but for me, it's like when someone brags about it.
Yeah.
Or like they know they're like you can see they're confident, but then they just go like on and on that they can do it and they have the ability to do it. So that comes across for me as being arrogant and cocky. And it's
just knowing when to stop.
Yeah, just knowing when
like
to
it's
stop.
so good that you've
told us.
And it's like cool, the first time's alright, but then don't go on and on about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then because you got to ask yourself, what's the reason they're doing that? Like, why? Why do they feel like they need to do that?
Insecurity.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
It's like Minish walking in with his shoes, and he's just like, "Oh."
I told you guys like 12 times. You didn't say anything, so but that's all right.
Oh, and he's looking at his Apple Watch as well. Like, you noticed this? No, I can't think of anything else there.
Okay.
I feel like there's definitely been times where you can like see in front of you a confident person and a calm person.
Yeah.
And you can just I don't know, it's like a noticeable difference in the way they speak, the way they just engage in conversation and how they are.
Okay.
I don't know. That doesn't help because we haven't really defined it, but it's just I think it's clear that it is noticeable. But bring it back to ourselves, like I think we said confidence is just like having a calm about it, right? Because you know what your ability is. We don't need to go out and compensate or brag about it or anything like that. And then what's the other word? Arrogance. Arrogance is where there's like a sense of unease where you're like, man, I have no idea what's going on, but I'm gonna make it look like I do in case everyone else starts to judge me like I'm stupid or something.
Yeah.
But I like what Kerry said right at the start. It's
That
an
was a good one,
inward thing and an outward thing. I feel like that sort of
defines it.
Confidence is inward, arrogance is outward.
Yep.
Cue it, man.
I don't know which one you want, man.
This one.
There's only one.
Oh god.
Should have been the first thing after Kyrie said it. Should have just gone, man.
I apologize. Do you have any other questions?
No, that was it.
Who else can you think of that? Who do you think of when you think arrogance? Did you see that? There was a definite look on the face where she's thinking of someone, but she doesn't want to name names. Come on,
we don't need to name names, but like, We can.
All right.
But
Just something that rhymes with it.
Yeah. You have to say my name. Alright? Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, you were saying.
Yeah, I'm not gonna name names, but I think I know a few people who come across.
Okay, well, let's talk celebrities or
Okay, yeah,
people
yeah,
that we know
yeah.
then. So not to offend anyone in our personal lives and
Yeah.
lose friends.
You might be one day friends with Kanye, and he watches this, and
He's
he'll,
alright.
he'll be
He'll
heartbroken.
be confident enough.
He's confident.
So yeah.
He's got confidence. So.
Yeah, but I agree with that Kanye can be arrogant and confident.
I feel like you're arrogant sometimes.
Yeah, I was just
I
gonna
was
say
just-
I was
I was gonna
actually
be like,
just
should we just talk
thinking
about
that.
Curry?
I was like, well, what do you think of me? Because I feel like.
Got it. See,
Yeah, I was actually thinking this,
What do you think?
like straight up, honest.
Yeah.
Straight up. Jeez,
Straight
straight
up.
Straight up.
No.
You want to take this outside after?
Yeah.
is that confidence or
Yeah.
arrogance?
But really, we all know she can beat up Dinesh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. That's not insane. Yeah, so with you, like, I feel like there's a no.
Slide it in there, man.
There's a big element of you and your personality and things about you, which is confidence, right? And I think the thing is that, and the thing is that the way that you thing, what would you call
Like,
it?
deliver it.
You deliver,
Yeah.
you deliver some of it. It can come out as arrogant.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's the way in which you do it, right?
Yeah.
So I can't think of an example right now. You guys might be able to think of an example.
Nope.
Plenty.
Yeah. Tell me.
But like that can easily come out as being arrogant
Yeah.
rather than confidence because of the way it's delivered.
Yeah.
And because you've got a natural like confidence about you, I think that it can be that arrogance can probably be seen more because not because you're seeing you're more arrogant. I don't think that's the reason. It's because you're good at showcasing your confidence, right?
Yeah.
So you're showcasing confidence, arrogance, confidence, arrogance, confidence. you know?
Yeah.
Whereas there might be other people which are a lot more secluded
Reserved.
in their reserved in their and what they perceive to the
Yeah.
world and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's not like like you shouldn't be stopping showcasing to the world
Yeah,
or
yeah.
being confident or being outward, with
Yeah.
that sort of stuff because I think it's important, but it's like because that's what your personality is.
Yeah.
You're going to throw in confidence in there, and then there's going to be the arrogance, and then the confidence and the arrogance,
But where
Yeah.
does the arrogance come from?
I
Like,
don't
why
know.
why
Well-
is there arrogance in there if she's a confident person?
There's going to be areas where she's not confident. There's going to be
Yeah.
areas where she's insecure, or areas where
That's what I
it
was
might
gonna
be
say.
like a bit of the world assumes that I'm going to be confident in this area, or
Yeah.
I'm meant to know this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But they're expecting this. I only know this, so I'm going to be this.
So yeah.
It's like the character of Krishna is a confident person,
Yep.
right? And like that's the norm that you gotta maintain no matter what.
Yep.
And even if you're uncertain, is that a tear?
Huh?
Is that
Oh,
a
yeah.
tear in your eye?
No.
Yeah, yeah.
It
Even if
is quite. She's
Gosh,
a
I can
little
see
bit
you
more
say that.
teary.
Classy, yeah.
Yeah.
and
than
even if
usual.
there's
Huh?
even if there is an area where, like you said, that you may not be as confident as, because you are known as the confident one
Yeah.
or a confident person, you gotta like
Maintain that.
Mm.
Give us an example, mate.
Now, first, I would ask you.
But I feel like I'm the same. Now that
Yeah,
when you
yeah,
start
yeah.
talking about Curry, I feel like I do a very similar thing. So, yep.
So there are times when you know that you're confident. Are you aware? Or do. Are there times where you're aware that you're pushing past that confidence into arrogance?
I think at that point in time, like if I say something, I won't realize as I say it.
Hmm.
But as soon as I said it, I'll be like, oh, wow, why did I say that? Like, then I realized, oh, that wasn't really
But then
confidence.
do you go back and say, oh, actually, I take that back, or you just like,
No,
I'm sitting out.
Never heard her say that.
No, but then that's because I'm just like, oh, who cares? And then I'll just carry on.
Yeah. Because your personality is.
Yeah, because I'm confident enough in myself to be like, I don't really care about that.
Because there's been times where, and Tully and I can pick it up like real just easy,
Yep.
and she's being like really confident, and we're like, okay, yeah, that's all right, and then it pushes past that confidence, and we're like, man, just sit down, just relax.
It's like when someone's telling a story and you know that like they've gone past the point where it's like real and now they're just making something up and you're just like, okay, let's see how far they can go with this.
Just trying to crack a joke. Give us a good time.
There's just times when, like, I don't know, we might be sitting around eating, or it's usually when there's like all three of us are there.
Yeah.
And I feel like because you have to try keep up to me and Tully. No. I mean
arrogance.
I mean because you're younger than us.
Yeah, that's
wait.
No, we need a gun with like shots fired.
No, but I was just gonna say that because I feel like
you need
the youngest, and I have to like prove my worth.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And then that's when, like,
you know who that reminds me of?
Kanye.
Sorry.
But do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why it's easy for me and Tully to know, this is where, like, where you are confident, and then you push past it, and you're like, we feel it's arrogance, or it's just a bit overconfident.
Yeah.
You can see through it,
Is that like when you're overconfident and you dislocated your knee?
We're gonna need extra mic down here, right? Or we just hook it up.
Was that a good example?
I'm never gonna be able to live that down.
Is that a good example?
No, that was a terrible example. No, I was just gonna say that I feel like around people I'm like fully comfortable with, around you guys, I feel like the arrogance comes out a little bit more, almost like you said, it'll be confidence, arrogance, arrogance. But then when I'm around like people that I'm not around all the time, I feel like I'm a little bit more reserved, if that makes sense. Yeah. So I think that's why you guys would see it more.
Yeah.
And because I'm like confident around you guys, it just comes out. I feel like it. Yeah.
And so then my question is, are we okay with that? For Curry to be able to do that? Because then, and then that answer is arrogance then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it's up to us to say.
No, but like, are you okay with Curry being that way around you?
I don't think it's up to me to. I seriously don't feel like it's up to me to say that.
No, but how do you
No,
how
but
do
like,
you feel
how do
when
you feel about Curry being that way?
like when
I
there's that
don't-
arrogant moment from me? How do you feel about it? Like you said, you get annoyed at.
Yeah, but that's like because it's a reflection on
team.
us as a team.
Yeah. So okay, so say if we're like,
You do you, boo.
yeah, I don't know.
Which, I mean, like I know I do that as well. So does that annoy you?
No, because that's I know that's who you are, but like, yeah, I'm okay with that because I'm like, I feel like we're almost we're almost similar, but we're like very different.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like because I know that, I'm okay with it. Are you guys all right with it?
Yeah, tell us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I feel like he's all right with it because he tells me when it happens.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh,
I'm
shut
just
up.
I'll tell you when you're like being
An EP.
an EP.
Yeah.
Have we defined EP on this podcast?
I don't think we have yet.
I think we talked
I think
about
we
it.
said we were going to post the link, but yeah.
EP is the enemy of progress. That's all we'll say.
Yeah.
You
No
can go
link?
find the video.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you find it?
I don't, like the reason I don't think it's a problem, and the reason that I think everybody is okay with it
Yeah.
is that it's not like that's not a prominent thing in your personality.
Yeah.
Like that's not, you guys aren't. I wouldn't call you guys arrogant people.
Yeah.
Like I defined you as a confident person.
Yeah.
You know, so and it's the same thing, right? I wouldn't say if I was to define you as an arrogant person, then I'd be like, okay, yeah.
Like you
This is
wouldn't want to be
annoying.
around.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
that's
that makes
not what I want to
sense.
do. That's not, yeah. But because I would define you guys as confident people, and the arrogance is just a part and parcel. It's just
Like a byproduct.
part, yeah, it's just part part of the package.
Yeah.
We like to spice things up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep things interesting.
Is there anyone in your life that you think is arrogant?
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. I'm just gonna leave it.
So we call him out.
He's down.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I like that. Thanks, man.
Cool. Anything else?
Do you want to talk about anyone else?
Do you want to talk about anyone else? It sounds like you got one to get something off your chest.
I'm good.
Ski. Nah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right, that was good. Sorry if we offended you and Curry.
I'm
we
good.
We
I
love
like
you
it.
guys.
Come see me. Come see me.
Yeah.
But yeah, just watch yourself on the no, that was good discussion. If we just summarize what we talked about. So I think what Curry mentioned was pretty good in how confidence is a inward thing and arrogance is a outward thing. And then it's also about what you know and what you don't know. And I think also Perry talked about that confidence and having to maintain it. And then maybe arrogance comes in when there's like inadequacy. And not being able to maintain a level where you feel like you need to. And so then insecurity ties into that as well. And then what I feel is we kind of did touch on it, that arrogance can be okay. But I think it, like we said, it depends on who you're around and who it's coming across, the different types of situations.
Yeah.
And confidence and, like you said, arrogance is part and parcel to that. Sweet.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, like, are we all arrogant for putting out a podcast? Like, but I think then I answered my own question. I was thinking no, because we're not like saying anything that we don't know for ourselves.
Yeah.
This is just
Yeah,
our
yeah.
thoughts, our opinions, and all that sort of thing, right? So
Mm.
I would say, be confident, not arrogant. Just talk about what you know, do what you know, and not like, don't feel the need to cover up or compensate for anything.
Yep.
Because that's dumb.
You do you, boo.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Wrap it up.
All right. Thank you very much for coming along.
You're welcome.
I'd also like to. Minesh, anything you want to add?
No, mate.
All right. I want to thank Ortex for hooking it up with this acoustic board. Thank you guys for coming along. Thank you. All right, man, we get it.
You go to the other one.
All right. Thank you very much to Roshan, who's making sure we all stay level, making sure the camera's all right as well.
Level-headed or level-headed?
Yeah, he keeps us all level-headed and make sure our sound levels are all good. Make sure that the video is all good. So thanks to Roshan. Thank you very much to everyone who's... I remixed it up, man.
Thank you to very much.
Yeah.
That was quite unquote.
You know, because I got...
Thank you to very much.
It's because of you guys, man. I feel like I really... I thought I was gonna go along with it, and then I saw Roshan. And I was like, nah, these guys lost the... Okay, someone else do the outro.
No, this
I'm
is
done.
That was good. You got it. You got it. You got it.
Staying in the podcast.
You got it.
We
you
keep
got
it
man.
real. Keep it 100.
Thank you very much to whoever's tuned in and whoever's listening and watching. We appreciate it. We hope you have learned something and have benefited in any way.
Oh my god.
I know I've learned quite a bit today, and I hope you guys have as well. Again, Curry, hope, no offense, anything
Yeah,
like
man.
that. You as well. We love you. Come talk to Perry. He'll sort you out.
Bring it.
Cool. If you'd like to carry on this conversation, if you've got anything you'd like us to discuss or anywhere you'd like to see this podcast head into, please get in touch with us at info@thehumannow.co.nz. Yeah, that's all from our end. Until next time, be human.
Be now. Come on, man. Guys, left me hanging.
No, I had your echo, man. I was the brick.
The brick.
We out.